Inside out, outside in, a social and environmental design response. Bringing the outside in and taking the inside out. The design response aims in softening the residential interiors amidst a hard industrial environment by bringing in nature. This aims to create opportunities for the residents to interact with nature in their everyday life and spaces, whether it be in the living room or through the flight of stairs and corridors that are often neglected in a building design. The idea of a front porch approach is applied to take the individual out and create spaces for incidental social interaction. These are given in large shared corridors, seating spaces, and public open spaces that can be accessed in every floor. The site analysis and approach intends to maximize the site's potential and orientation to use passive design techniques such as natural daylighting, ventilation, and passive cooling in its modular grid, and segregate the private residential spaces from the public retail spaces by creating a new extension which incorporates green or natural zones to transition the industrial and residential and blur out the private and public zones from each other. The adaptive reuse component of the design aims to retain and restore the existing warehouse structure and reuse the old materials within the site, such as the corrugated sheets, which are turned into perimeter fencing along the east and north. It aims to create an extension of the residential spaces using as a separate construction of modular units and retrofit the retail modules into the old warehouse. The ground floor level greets the primary streets and public open spaces along the east, west, and south section of the existing warehouse that houses the retail module. This extends and connects to the student accommodation units on the apartment ground floor on the north and transcends to the one and two bedroom apartment units on the second and third story of the apartment building. Each level is connected by a light wall on the central corridor, which represents the social connection it aims to impart to each resident. The design aims to improve the overall building performance and make use of the potential solar energy source and rainwater collection to be integrated into the building systems to reduce its energy consumption. The choice of building material and insulation also aims to address in enhancing the building's thermal and acoustic performance for user comfort. The call for sustainability and green practices is further addressed with a circular economy approach that transcends from the use of engineered timber or CLT as its main material and the upcycling of old or salvaged materials that are found on site, such as the boat timber frame that is reused and redesigned as a walkway portal canopy on the east, crushed bricks turned into landscape toppings, old corrugated sheets turned into perimeter fencing, and the use of recycled timber seats and material for the park and play equipment. The design ethos of constructability is used for ease of off-site construction, transportation, and minimize the schedule for on-site construction and installation, hence reducing construction costs, labor, and waste of materials, including errors. Each module have a typical connection detail and can be stacked on top of the other. The wall cavity, ceiling, and/or floor suspension systems houses the plumbing and electrical conduits which are designated along the corridors to minimize noise. The simple joinery requires less skilled labor, complex materials, which overall minimizes waste and error that contributes to its sustainability and economical value. Overall, the design is summed up with a variety of potential client and community value, ranging from its affordability, its rich residential amenity, allowing the personalization and customization of its built-to-rent interiors, fostering a strong sense of community with provisions of environmentally sensitive materials, and a strong retail and market visibility with a strong sense of safety and security, a sense of privacy which is afforded in each dwelling space, and especially its present and future proof with the use of solar energy and rainwater harvesting.